Yeah. I've been looking for Eboneeza.
Funny thing,
I think everybody has. Where did Eboneeza go? Used to see it everywhere I look. Now everybody's searching for the fruit, but nobody checking on the roots. Where did Eboneeza go? Whole city staring at the smoke. Nobody asking where the fire started, till the winter hit and everybody cold.
I remember seeing it before I knew the name. In grandma's hands and old photo frames and hot cone smoke, floating through the kitchen and domino tables and unfinished wisdom in every family member that survived that hard season, and every dream that somehow outran reason. See, I was young, thought it would last forever. Didn't know a house can stand and still lose the treasure. Everybody got a price now, everything a transaction. Everybody online performing satisfaction. Meanwhile, the soul missing the signal. We, the room crowded with the connection gone, and that's deep. Where did Eboneeza go? Used to see it everywhere I look. Used to see it everywhere. Now everybody's searching for the fruit, yeah, but nobody checking on the roots. Where did Eboneeza go? Where did Eboneeza go? City staring at the smoke. Whole city staring. Nobody asking where the fire started, till the winter hit and everybody cold. Everybody want a crown, few studying your kingdoms. Everybody want freedom, few understanding wisdom. Everybody got a microphone, nobody got a compass. Everybody selling dreams, nobody discussing consequences. See, I watch people trade inheritance for attention, trade community for temporary recognition, trade history for whatever trending, then wonder why the map look different at the end, and that's backwards. Trying to harvest before planting, trying to spend legacy before understanding, trying to build a future while forgetting the foundation. Like a skyscraper arguing with the ground beneath it. Hold up, maybe Eboneeza never left. Maybe we did, maybe we did. Maybe the mirror got dusty, maybe we forgot what it is. Oh, see, Ebony need him, and he need Ebony. Ebony can't split a river in half and still expect symmetry. Can't cut the blueprint apart, didn't blame the house leaning. Can't silence half the quiet and wonder why the song weakening. Look, every child came through both, every prayer crossed through both, every lesson passed through both, every victory touched by both. The seed in the soil, the builder and the vision, the question and the answer, the distance and the bridge. And if one side forget the other, the future pay tuition must have debt, compound interest across generations. Now that's expensive. See, Eboneeza ain't a woman, Eboneeza ain't a man, Eboneeza, the memory of who we are at our best. Before the noise, before the labels, before the walls, before the sides, before we learned the vision and called it evolution. Where did Eboneeza go? Maybe it never disappeared. Maybe Eboneeza appeared. Maybe it's been waiting for somebody willing to hear. Where did Eboneeza go? Still alive inside the blood, still alive inside the language, still alive inside the love. And he need Ebony. Funny how the answer was the thing standing right in front of me. Everybody looking for the future. The whole time the roots been calling.
A seed don't become a tree overnight, but put it in good soil and watch what happens.
Good soil, that's what they gave to me. Faith in the roots, even when I couldn't see. Good soil,
that's what we leave behind.
something strong enough to grow long after our lifetime.
I think about my grandparents more now than I used to. The older I get, the more I understand what they moved through. Working long hours, stretching every dollar, still somehow making sure the family got a tomorrow. And they wasn't perfect, but perfection wasn't the mission. The mission was survival, the mission was provision, the mission was planting things they might never see bloom. Trusting future generations would carry the vision forward. It's powerful, planting trees you won't sit under, building roads you won't walk, dreaming dreams your children inherit. Even if you never see the result, that's love in action.
Good soil, that's what they gave to me. Faith in the roots, even when I couldn't see. Good soil,
that's what we leave behind.
something strong enough to grow long after our lifetime.
Every recipe got a story, every photograph got a lesson. Every family gathering carry pieces of a blessing. The way grandma prayed, the way granddad stood tall, the way the elders taught us how to keep getting up after falls. See, that's inheritance too, not just money, not just property. Was the past through conversations, knowledge passed through community. And I know some families broken, I know some rules got pain, but even then somebody somewhere kept the flame. Somebody kept believing, somebody kept planning, somebody kept hoping, when life gave every reason not to. Because they did it with Now it's our turn. What we planting for tomorrow? What we teaching these babies? What values would they follow? Will they inherit healing? Will they inherit vision? Will they inherit confidence? Will they inherit wisdom? That's what keep me moving, thinking bigger than myself. Cause legacy ain't what you leave people, it's what you leaving people. And that's a different conversation, one quite worth having. Cause every child that grows up love changes the future. Every dream encouraged changes the future. Every cycle broken changes the future. Every seed planted changes the future. That's good soil.
The harvest ain't just for us, it's for those coming after us. Good soil, that's what they gave to me.
That's what they gave to me.
Faith in the roots, even when I couldn't see.
Even when I couldn't see.
Good soil, that's what we leave behind. So something strong enough to grow long after our lifetime.
Good soil, good soil, good soil, good soil. The roots run deep. The roots
run deep.
The roots run deep.
Our ancestors planted,
We water.
our children harvest.
They told us survival was enough, but look at us, we found ways to love too.
Love looks like us.
on
when times get rough. Building dreams from almost nothing. Still somehow becoming enough.
Oh, love looks like us. Brown skin glowing
In the sun,
every generation healing
what the last one couldn't overcome.
I seen black love in apartments before the house ever came. I seen couples build kingdoms before they had a last name. I seen a mother work double, still show up for every game. I seen fathers carry burdens and never complain. That's love, not the movie version, not the filter pictures, not the social media captions, not the perfect image, I'm talking real life. Hold their hands through uncertainty, choosing each other daily when life testing everything. See that? Beautiful and we don't celebrate it enough. Too many stories about destruction, not enough stories about us growing all together, laughing through hard seasons, finding reasons to stay when leaving would have been easier. Oh,
Love looks like us,
ho, 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 ho.
holding on when times get rough, building on when times get rough, building dreams from almost nothing, still somehow becoming enough. Love looks like us.
Brown skin glowing
In the sun, every generation healing what the last one couldn't overcome.
yeah. I think about my grandparents, the sacrifices they made, the dreams they never reached, still helping build today. Because every healthy relationship become a bridge for tomorrow. Every hill conversation stop passing down sorrow. And that's power, now with the world advertised. Power look like breaking cycles before they reach a child's eyes. Power look like saying we don't have to repeat this. Power look like choosing healing even when pain seems easier. See, I want more for us. More peace, more grace, more patience, more trust, more examples of healthy love for the babies coming after us. Imagine what we become when we stop surviving and start thriving. Imagine what we build when love become the foundation. Not fear, not scarcity, not old homes, not old stories, but healing. See, every time we choose each other, we rewrite something. Every time we build together, we restore something. Every time we love ourselves, we reclaim something. And maybe that's the revolution, not anger, not revenge, not division. Maybe it's becoming so whole that the future inherits something better than what we receive. Our love survived too. Building dreams from almost nothing, still somehow becoming enough. Love looks like us, brown skin glowing in the sun. Every generation healing what the last one couldn't overcome. The blood survived. Now let the love survive too.
You can copy the style,
copy the rhythm. But you can't duplicate the source. Black gold, everything we touch turns bright. Black gold, been creating waves our whole life. The music, the language, the flavor, the soul. Black gold, everybody want a piece of what we hold.
Yeah, yeah. Look around, whole planet moving to our soundtrack. From the speakers in the clubs to the kids wearing snapbacks. From the dances to the fashion to the words in conversation. Half the world quoting us without even knowing the location. It's influence, not bragging, just facts. Look at the impact, look at the fingerprints everywhere. The culture at the hairstyles, the sneakers, the beats, the confidence. The way we turn ordinary moments into experiences. That's art, that's vision, that's creativity breathing. Taking something simple and giving it a different meaning.
Black gold, everything we touch turn bright. Everything we touch turn bright. Black gold, been creating waves our whole life. The music, the language, the flavor, the soul. Black gold, everybody want a piece of what we hold.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Look at the entrepreneurs building something from ideas. Look at the artists making beauty from the pressure. Look at the athletes, look at the scholars, look at the dreamers, turning imagination into dollars. See, excellence got many faces. It ain't just one lane. Some people write code, some people write songs, some people teach classrooms, some people own businesses, some people create opportunities that didn't exist before. That's innovation, and we've been doing that forever. Taking what we got and making it better. That's a superpower. The ability to transform, to create new worlds from what already exists. Now the whole room moving, band playing, people dancing. Every generation adding something to the canvas, and that's what they don't understand. The culture never stands still. It's alive, it's growing, it's evolving in real time. New sounds, new styles, new visions, new energy. Still connected to something deeper than trends could ever be. See, gold don't lose value because time passes and greatness don't disappear. Because seasons change, the influence keep moving, the creativity keep flowing, the brilliance keep showing up in new forms. That's black gold, not something you mind, something you carry, something you become, something you pass forward. Every time you create, the culture isn't a moment, it's a force. Black gold, everything we touch turn bright. Everything we touch turn bright. Black gold, creating waves our whole life. The music, the language, the flavor, the soul. Black gold, everybody want a piece of what we hold. Black gold, black gold, black gold, black gold. Still shine, still shine, still growing. The trend fades, the source remains. Before the ships, before the change, before the names got changed, the blood already knew who he was.
The blood remembers what the world tries to erase. The blood remembers
every victory and every name.
we still standing.
We still rising from the flame.
The blood remembers.
And it's calling us again. I come from survivors, dream carriers, seed planters, prayer warriors, history makers. I come from hands that pick cotton and hands that build businesses, hands that wrote poetry, hands that build civilizations. See, they teach struggle, but don't always teach the greatness. Don't always mention kingdoms, don't always mention innovation, yeah. Don't always mention the genius. The scientists, the architects, the scholars, the visionaries, the leaders, the artists, the fathers, the mothers, the builders. That's part of the story too. And every time I stand tall, I feel them standing with me. Every time I chase purpose, I feel them pushing with me.
Blood remembers.
Ooh, what the world tried to erase.
The blood remembers.
Ooh, every victory and every name.
We still standing.
We still rising from the flame.
The blood remembers.
And it's calling us again.
I look at our people and I see miracles walking. Generations without enough pressure to make diamonds nervous. Look at the mothers holding families together. Look at the fathers breaking cycles they inherited. Look at the children dreaming bigger than the circumstances. Look at the graduates, the entrepreneurs, the artists, the visionaries. Look at the love, still finding ways to bloom after everything. That's resilience, that's royalty. That's something deeper than survival. That's a people refusing to let their spirit be conquered. Now I'm thinking about the future, thinking about the babies watching, the sons and daughters coming next, learning from how we walking. What we pass down matters, what we heal matters, what we teach matters, what we build matters. Because trauma can travel, but healing can too. Wisdom can too, love can too, legacy can too. That's why I refuse to make pain my entire identity. My ancestors survived enough for me to imagine differently, to build differently, to love differently, to dream differently, believe something greater than what I inherited. And that's the mission. Not just survive, not just endure, but thrive and help the next generation return to what was always there.
You are not starting from nothing.
You are continuing a story.
Blood remembers.
Ooh, what the world tried to erase.
The blood remembers.
Oh, oh, every victory and every name.
We still standing.
We still rising from the flame.
The blood remembers.
And it's calling us again.
The throne was never lost, only forgotten. And now
We remember. We remember.
some things belong in history, not inheritance.
The things we don't pass down.
Fear don't live here anymore.
The things we don't pass down.
Pain ain't sleeping on this floor.
We broke the lock, we opened doors.
The healing started with us first.
The things we don't pass down
Won't reach the children
anymore.
I inherited strength, but I inherited scars too. Inherited prayers, inherited survival tools. Inherited silence, inherited ways of coping. Inherited wounds nobody discussed, just carried hoping. And I understand, everybody did the best they knew, try and raise families while carrying what they never worked through. That's why I don't judge the people who came before me. I just recognize some battles ain't supposed to continue through me. See, every generation get a choice. Keep carrying the burden or become the one who finally put it down. This responsibility, not blame, big difference.
The things we don't pass down. Fear don't live here anymore.
The things we don't pass down.
The things we don't pass down. Pain ain't sleeping on this floor. We broke the lock, we opened doors. The healing started with us first. The things we don't pass down won't reach the children anymore.
I don't want my babies learning anxiety from my actions. Don't want them inheriting panic disguised as protection. Don't want them thinking love supposed to hurt to be real. Don't want them confusing trauma with how family should feel. See, that's the work, looking in mirrors honestly, breaking habits that survive longer than we can remember. Having conversations nobody wanted to have, choosing healing even when healing uncomfortable, because somebody gotta go first. Somebody gotta interrupt the pattern. Somebody gotta rewrite the chapter before it become another generation. Now imagine a child growing up without that weight, growing up knowing peace before they learn fear, growing up knowing worth before insecurity arrived, growing up seeing healthy love every day of their life. That's the throne I'm talking about. Not gold, not crowns, not titles, a healed foundation, strong enough for generations. See, our ancestors fought for our right to exist. Now it's our turn to fight for our right to be whole. And I take that serious, because every cycle broken become an inheritance too. Every healed heart become a gift for somebody's future. The bloodline continues, the pain doesn't have to. The things we don't pass down. Oh, fear don't live here anymore. The things we don't pass down. Oh, the things we don't pass down. Pain ain't sleeping on this floor. We broke the lock, we opened doors. The healing started with us first. The things we don't pass down won't reach the children anymore. They gave us survival, we'll give them healing. Say freedom came, but for some of y'all, the message didn't. Still, you kept going.
The letter never came, but you planned it anyway. Build a future you would never see. And prayed we'd find our way. The letter never came,
Still you carried on.
still you carried on.
Now every time I say my name,
I hear yours in the song.
dear ancestor, I know we never met, but every step I'm taking now been covered by your sweat. Somebody picked cotton, somebody picked hope, somebody held a family together at the end of a rope. Somebody got cheated, somebody got lied lied to. Somebody got promised freedom and watched the truth ride through and keep going like they wasn't worth the stop, like their whole existence was a tool for somebody's profit. But look, you still talk, baby, you still fell in love, you still laugh, you still dance, you still looked above when life gave every reason to become bitter and cold. You somehow kept in the faith that handed something to hold.
The letter never came,
but you planned it anyway. But you planned it anyway.
But you planned it anyway.
Built a future you would never see, and you would never see.
And prayed we find our way. The letter never came.
The letter never came.
Still you carried on.
Now every time I say my name,
I hear yours in the song.
I think about that often. How close I came to never being here. One different decision, one lost battle, one more year, one ancestor giving up, and my story disappeared. That's why I walk different when I think about the sacrifice. Cause somebody paid in tears for opportunities in my life. Somebody carried burdens so I could carry dreams. Somebody survived nightmares so I could sleep and scheme. Somebody got denied education so I could breathe freely. Somebody got denied ownership so I could live completely. And I know the history books can't hold all the names, can't tell every story, can't account for every pain. But blood remembers, even when paper don't. And every generation standing here proof they never broke. Nah, this ain't a slave song, this a thank you letter. This for every soul that made tomorrow better. This for the grandmother who stretched 1 meal to 5. This for the grandfather who kept a family alive. This for the dreamers who never saw the dream. The builders who never got credit for the things they achieved. This for the names lost somewhere in the records, but still living through descendants. Walking around as blessings. Say they thought survival was the whole story. Nah, the miracle happened after we became doctors, artists, teachers, pilots, homeless leaders, still carrying pieces of the people who came before us. And every Juneteenth, I don't just celebrate freedom, I celebrate the ones who kept believing long enough for freedom to finally find us. The letter never came, but you planned it anyway.
But you planned it anyway. Built a future you would never see,
and prayed we'd find our way.
The letter never came.
Still you carried on.
Still you carried on.
Now every time I say my name,
I hear yours in the song.
You never gotta meet me,
they never got to meet me,
but I am what you were building. Thank you. Thank you. What if our children never had to recover
from what we had to survive? Brown skin tomorrow, shining brighter than today. Brown skin tomorrow, walking paths we couldn't pave. Every dream we planted, yeah, every prayer we prayed. Brown skin tomorrow,
take it further than we came. I think about the babies often, the ones still learning their names, the ones looking at the world, trying to understand their place. I want them seeing possibility before they see limitations. I want them meeting purpose before they meet hesitation. See, I don't want survival mode to become their inheritance. Don't want them carrying fears that never belong to them. I want confidence natural, I want peace familiar, I want every mirror telling them
they already enough.
Before the world starts talking.
Brown skin tomorrow, shining brighter than today. Brown skin tomorrow, walking paths we couldn't pave. Every dream we planted, every prayer we prayed. Brown skin tomorrow,
Take it further
then we came.
Imagine little girls growing up seeing queens everywhere. Scientists, pilots, artists, leaders, engineers. Imagine little boys knowing strength ain't just toughness, knowing wisdom and kindness, still belong in manhood. That's the future I see. A generation unafraid, a generation building things we only dreamed about, standing on our shoulders without carrying our burdens, keeping the lessons, leaving the wounds. That's evolution.
And when they ask about us, tell them we kept building, tell them we kept loving, tell them we kept believing, tell them every obstacle became another reason to leave the world better than the way we received it. Tell them the throne wasn't gold, it was knowledge. Tell them the crown wasn't diamond, it was character. Tell them the kingdom wasn't a place, it was a people. Refusing to stop growing, refusing to stop dreaming, refusing to stop becoming. And that's legacy. We are somebody's ancestors too. Act accordingly. Brown skin tomorrow, shining brighter than today. Brown skin tomorrow, walking paths we couldn't pave. Every dream we planted, every prayer we planted, every prayer we prayed. Brown skin tomorrow, take it further than we came.